Mafia Magazine Radio.
And what Giacana on the check-in.
Yeah, what's good, baby?
What's up? What's up? What's up, man? How everything going out there,
Hey,
B?
everything good, big. Hold on for a second. Let me set you up real quick, all right?
All right, no doubt.
For all my listeners out there, man, I get the opportunity to sit down, man, with one of the hottest cats in the game today. And this cat goes by the name of Giacana. And we're going to sit down with G for a little while. He going to let us know how he getting down on his side of town. So, G, baby, how the industry treating you these days, son?
I mean, everything is all good, man. It's a building process right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a little artist development stage right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my rounds, put my work in. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do the best with the opportunities that I'm given at this point. You know what I'm saying?
No
But it's
doubt.
all good, man. It feels good to be in the mix and moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, baby. So tell everybody, like, where you originally from and how long you actually been doing the things you've been doing.
Well, I'm originally from East Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In the Bronx, 183rd and Prospect. You know what I mean? I got two sides of my family, one from the east side and then my other side is from the Bronx. So I've been back and forth, you know what I'm saying, from the Bronx and the east side of Harlem. You know what I mean? But, besides that, man, I'm everywhere though. You know what I'm saying? I was never one of them dudes that stood in the hood on the corner like I was an out of town dude. I was making moves since when I was a young kid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since I was a teenager.
Right.
I'd be down in Mississippi getting money, I'd be in Baltimore getting money. You know what I'm saying? So I've been around the block.
Right. Good question. So since you've been in the game, here's what I want to know. I want to know what inspired you to actually want to get in the game, want to get in the music game. You know what I'm saying? Was it something or somebody? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what was the thing that struck your chord to say, yo, this is what I want to do. Not only do I want to do this, but I'm going to do this real well.
It was just the ability to, like, when I was young, I went through a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of family members, to the crack and the AIDS era, you know what I'm saying, in the late 80s and early 90s. And that was like how I expressed myself through writing, you know what I'm saying? The things that I couldn't say verbally, you know what I'm saying? I could put it on paper, you know what I'm saying? It started out as just poetry.
Right.
But then when the rap thing started getting bigger, you know what I'm saying? And in New York, we had the region for a little while, you know what I'm saying? When the late 90s came. So I got all of that inspiration seeing dudes doing shows. And, I was 14, 15 years old getting in the tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was always messing with older dudes. So it was like, I'm exposed to these things. And I'm like, wow, I was at awe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the real core of it, though, was just the pain I was going through and just being able to express that and nobody looking at you like, why you so young? Why you talking like that? Why you thinking like that?
Right.
It just made me think I was crazy, you know what I'm saying? for thinking those things and expressing myself like that. When it was through the rap, it was like, all right, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? He just rapping, maybe he can make a couple dollars off this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? So where do you if somebody had to put you in a category, what category would you think? Would you be a lyricist? Would you be a rapper? Would you be an entertainer? I mean, you give us your story on your outlook on the way it would be if you had to explain yourself.
I'm in a class by myself,
No
man.
doubt,
I say that because like 90% of what I write is actual fact. Like I put 10% fabrication so I could throw, you know what I'm saying, the powers that be, have respect for them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't think it was ever no dude. I think the closest dude that came to do what I'm doing is probably 50 Cent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The rest of them dudes, and maybe Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? But some will argue. But 90% of what I say is real. My raps are so real that sometimes I gotta not say stuff. You got dudes that they hype their music up. Like, they hype it up, they put shit in there that's, you know what I'm saying? Me, I be having to dumb things down. Like, it's like, damn, if I put this in there, is the feds gonna come and indict me or somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's just to that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't feel it from nobody else. You know what I mean? Nobody that ever been in the game, I don't feel like they gave as much as I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying that, like I said, I think 50 Cent came the closest to it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about his life and certain things. And people was looking at him like, wow, he going crazy.
Right.
Like I surpassed that by a landslide. You know what I'm saying? When I'm putting my life on these pieces of paper, man. So it's strategic right now because everything I write, I gotta be my own critic. And it's a thing that Jay-Z said, and it's decoded like in the book. He said sometimes you gotta not go too far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it's the truth, and they tell you, put the truth in the music because that's what make it authentic. But the reality is, I'm on federal parole right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't do everything that everybody else could do. You know what I'm saying? Certain things is just ludicrous for me to say and put out there. You know what I mean? Regardless of if it's the truth or not. You know what I mean?
No doubt, baby, because sometimes there's repercussions by the truth. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
Unless you've been out there, unless you understand what it really is, you know what I'm saying? I suggest, you know what I'm saying, you hold yours down sometime, just keep your mouth shut, you know what I'm saying, about some things.
Yeah, that's a fact, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
So tell us, man, what was one of the first projects, man, that you participated in, that you was on, and that you said to yourself, yo, not only I'm feeling good about this, but I'm feeling like this is kind of putting me on my path?
Let me see, man. The first project that I gotta say that I felt like I was ready and it told me like, yo, you can really do this, because before this, it was like I could make music, you know what I'm saying? But it's more than making music, it's getting out there, it's having that ability and having that heart to go to different places, man. Anybody could be hot in their own hood, you know what I'm saying? But when you're going out I'm going out to Atlanta now. I'm going to Florida and I'm going to Baltimore. Like, it's different. Like, you really got to believe in your stuff in order to move like that. So I would say, like, my last mixtape, Paint the Town, man.
Okay.
I touched down there in 2012. I just came home. You know what I mean? Before that, like, I went down there in 08, beginning of 09. So it wasn't until right before I got indicted that I realized that I could really do the rap thing. I've been making music since the late 90s, though, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until 2009 that I said, yo, I could do this. You know what I'm saying? I could get out there and I could really make something happen, you know what I'm saying? When I came out, I recorded Paint the Town in a year. I dropped that last year. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first project that I was like, you know what I mean? Yo, it's going to happen for me, you know what I mean? I met Starbuck. Wow. He started taking me, making rounds through the industry, introducing me to people. I was on This Is 50. I had an interview. You know what I'm saying? And things started moving for me. You know what I'm saying? So within the last 2 years, I got to say, out of the whole 15 years that I've been recording, I've been recording for 15 years. But only in the last 2 years have I felt like my career has been moving forward and I feel comfortable with the steps that I'm taking right now. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. So how did the Paint the Town, how did that project come about? I mean, let us know, you know what I'm saying? Because you was only home a year, you know what I'm saying? So you was moving kind of, you know what I mean? You was moving kind of fast, and you seem to have your things in place, you know what I'm saying, for you to even participate in that. So tell us, man, kind of like how that came about, you know what I'm saying? What it took to make it all come down, you know what I'm saying? And how you felt about it after it was all done.
All right, well, I was a Fort Dix FCI for 3 years, right? So during that whole time, you know the regimen of when, you heard dudes that been locked up before. You work out, you read books, you know what I'm saying? With me, I was writing 8 hours a day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Formulating my plan, saying, yo, when I get out, I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. The Paint the Town concept came from, I'm from a blood neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's what I grew up around. So I speak that lingo, you know what I'm saying? I identify myself with that, you know what I mean? So that was what the Paint the Town is, like the Paint the Town Red concept, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't so much as a gang affiliation. It was just, painting the town real, you know what I mean? And giving them my story and where I came from. You know what I'm saying? So I said, yo, I'm going to put this Paint the Town project together. And it was actually on paper. Like, if we ever get to sit down and me and you, like, on a face-to-face, I will bring you. I made a scrapbook when I was at Fort Dix FCI. I made a scrapbook of all the things that I was going to do when I came home. You know what I'm saying? Like, little images, pieces of paper. I made a Paint the Town mural. I made the songs that I wanted to put in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was already on paper. I just made it manifest when I touched down in the city. So I just went straight to work. I started shooting videos and, You know what I mean? I was just hungry, man. I'm still hungry now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying? I'm starving for it.
no
And I'm
doubt.
willing to go against anybody that's standing in my way. You know what I'm saying? I don't run with a crew. Be by myself, man. When I go to these towns, I be by myself.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? Because I can't afford to feed dudes and bring dudes on the road with me. I got to go out and get it, and I got to bring the food back. You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right, right. No doubt, baby. And it seems like, you know what I'm saying, just hearing you speaking all that, you know, it seems like you was incredibly focused. And a lot of cats really miss that part of it, you know what I'm saying, about you know what I'm saying, you know, visualizing what they want to do in their head and then going and get it done. You know what I mean? And some cats just can't
Yeah,
get that. Some cats just ain't about that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so all right, let's get to it, man. You know what I'm saying? You came out with something, you know what I mean? You know, it was a little bit of controversy about the record and all that. You know what I mean? Fuck New York.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just want to hear your take on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm born and raised. I'm old school New York, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
seen it
yeah,
from top to bottom. You know what I mean? The in and outs, the whole thing. So I want to hear
yeah.
your perspective on why you felt like you had to let that be heard.
And I'm glad you said that, you old school New York, because if you old school New York, then you can really, really relate to me. You know what I'm saying? Because all I ever dealt with was older cats. Like, I'm 31, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't been here too long, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and talk like I
Yeah.
was there in the 80s getting money, you know.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just getting off the stoop in the mid to late 90s,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But all my influences comes from OGs. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because I never hung around dudes my age.
Right.
You know what I mean? I went to Rikers Island when I was 16 years old. As soon as I was old enough to go there, I was there. You know what I'm saying? And everything, all my counseling that I've got, it's been from older dudes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
my mentality is old school New York,
Right.
even though I'm making new age music.
No
You know what
question.
I'm saying?
Yeah, no
So the
doubt.
whole thing with the F New York single, it was just that. It was me bridging the gap between, you know what I mean, the old school New York and
Mm-hmm.
new school New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I'm saying like this, man. All of the dudes that been making music in NY, all of the artists that they got over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They stuck in a certain period of time, and they stagnate the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To the point of where if you a younger cat and you coming up, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to embrace the younger cats. You don't knock them down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I see a dude like ASAP Rocky coming up. You know what I mean? I see Nicki Minaj coming up. I see French Montana coming up. And there's not a togetherness with them, you know what I'm saying, as far as the older cats that was doing it and now they era. It's a lot of hatred. It's a lot of, yo, they doing this, they doing that. You know what I'm saying? They not repping it right. They not doing this, not doing that. But you gotta understand, like, a time came and passed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta support these cats,
Right.
and you gotta understand what's going on in the streets with the younger crowds, so that you can make the authentic part of the rap even move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like you gotta mix. It can't be two sided. It can't be, Jadakiss and Mano and Pat Fusilum is over there, and then you got Nicki Minaj, French Montana, and ASAP Rocky, and I'm over there. They mainstream, they street. These people are screaming that these people ain't keeping it real. These people are screaming that these people is old school and they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So where I come in at is that I come in the middle of all of that and bridge that gap because I understand both aspects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being the age that I am right now,
Mm-hmm.
and being that, because I grew up with Nicki and them and French and them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Me
Right.
and French I got the same managers French had before, Mike Bruno, him and Max B.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I understand, you know what I'm saying, where they coming from and where they taking the music, because that's where I'm taking my music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as the cats that was doing it before, that era is past. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking nothing they doing, but you gotta evolve with the music. It's just the same thing with the gang thing. Like, you got a lot of dudes from Cali and LA, they don't jack to the NYB, the New York Bloods. You know what I'm saying? Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them say, yo, you copying this, that, and the third, y'all not, original, whatever, whatever. But all of that is growth. You always need growth. If your establishment ain't growing, then you're not moving forward. And that's how I look at everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about those copying, it's just growth. It's
Right.
evolving. you got to move forward. The world don't stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Things got to change in order for things to survive. Right. The same songs that was hot and the same albums that was hot back then and the same styles of rapping is not hot no more. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to figure out a way of how to move it into the future. You know what I'm saying? That's where the F New York came from. I wasn't trying to get at nobody or, you know what I'm saying, or start a controversy. My thing was just me looking around and I'm like, yo, damn, all y'all dudes is doing is making a whole bunch of New York anthems talking about how somebody not rapping the way how y'all not even supposed to be rapping no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right, and I'm tired of hearing that. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, it was more of a, like, let me step out and let me let them know and let me let these dudes know where I'm coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's all it really was. Right. But it was from the heart, though. You feel me?
I feel you 100% because, you know, I heard it, you know what I'm saying? Not only have I heard it, but I also, you know what I'm saying, I seen what you had to say about it on paper. And all I felt like when I've seen it, you know what I'm saying, I seen it and I thought about, you know, you was trying to send out a conscious thought for these cats to think about. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I, you know what I mean? That's the way I mean, anybody else can kind of see it in any kind of way they want to see it. But that's the way I see it. I was just saying, you just trying to imply a conscious thought for some of these cats, would get them something to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And at the same time, I'm doing it for, like you said, you old school New York. I'm doing it for you. Right. I'm making music that you're gonna enjoy, and the younger cats is gonna understand, and they gonna take heed to it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna feed my style of music. Is gonna feed both generations. It's gonna bridge the gap. I know that for a fact. That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my mission.
Yeah, no question. So where we going now? You know what I'm saying? After you know what I'm saying, you did paint the town, you know what I'm saying? You out there doing your thing right now. You know, give us a little bit of what your next project is, what we need to be on the lookout for, you know what I'm saying, and the things that you're gonna be moving forward with.
I got the itinerary, the mixtape, NYBVA Music 2, that's coming out sometime in the fall. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm still recording it. I'm still recording the songs right now, but I haven't felt like I got that body of work that I need to really, you know, because this time I'm really going to have myself out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going on the Mafia magazine tour in a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I'm finally going to be able to get my music out there. So I want everything to just be perfect. I want my first impression in the game to be something solid, you know, so when people hear me, it sticks. Right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just something that you hear, you like, oh, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. Want people to be like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? I want people to look for me when they hear these records. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want them to want to check for me and want to know me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm definitely going to be on that tour. We're flying out to the BET Awards in LA at the end of June too. So you would catch me at the awards, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be networking, mixing, and mingling. You know what I mean? And I'm going to just keep working, man. We just working right now. We moving around crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, baby. For all my listeners out there, man, y'all get the opportunity to hear first. Right here on Mafia Magazine Radio, baby. We got Giacana. He let us know, man, what it takes for him to put his music down, man. And y'all take heed. Y'all make sure y'all stay locked in, baby, because we got that track, baby. Fuck New York. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bang that after this interview. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Giacana, baby, I just want to say, man, it was a beautiful thing that you came out, man. You spent your time with us. You know what I'm saying? And,
no doubt. Man,
you know,
I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, no doubt, baby. And I just want to say that, but before we go, man, I just want to give you an opportunity to shout out and plug everything and everybody that got you to the point to where you are today.
Shout out to Wealth Nation, first and foremost. You know, Rob Terrell, DJ Jamie O, you know what I'm saying? Ted City, Coke Boys. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mike Bruno, Free Max B, you know what I'm saying? The whole NYBVA Music, you know what I mean? HLTF Music. You know what I mean? Everybody in New York that support my music and everybody everywhere else, man. You too for having me. You know what I'm saying? And my family, of course. You know what I'm saying? For supporting me. You know what I mean? To having my back and believing in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I just want to say this, man. You know what I mean? Maybe you always be blessed in everything that you do, man, and may you prosper in all that you do. You heard?
Yeah, you too, bro. I appreciate it.
No doubt, baby. Peace.